Good evening, everyone. I really appreciate you joining us here tonight and appreciate all your time. You could be doing a lot of other things. Time is such a very precious commodity, and you choosing to spend it here with us for a few minutes, we plan to make it worth your time. So we're going to jump in, and like I always say on these calls, the intent here is to share with you what's going on and some of the excitement and some of the reasons why um, you know people are just out there sharing this thing like crazy. And we're not going to take a deep dive into content and share a whole lot with you. Our intent here is to share some excitement, let you know why we're different and what we have going on here, and encourage you to get back to the person who shared this with you and take that deep dive and look at information and ask questions. And we're here to help you out in any way we can to help provide the information that you need to make the right decision for you, whatever that is. Our journey here is to share and let the cards fall wherever they may. So anyway, we're going to share a few different stories tonight. And the first person I want to have come out and share is Mike. And Mike, are you able to come on video, or are you just going to share over the phone?
I can come on video.
Oh, there you go. All right. Give me 1 second here. All right, there you go. How you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. And you called me earlier with some good news, so I was really wanting to get you on here and get you to share a little bit about what happened today with you. So go ahead.
Okay, well, I've been taking the Self Defender for about 3 weeks now, and uh, I've been noticing that my sleeping has gotten a lot better and my brain fog is gone. So I went to the doctor today and uh, talked with him, and I was kind of nervous about getting my blood pressure taken because it's been up for like 2 or 3 years that I've been having troubles with it. And so I got it taken and it was 10 points down below what usually it is. So I'm back in the normal range.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really incredible. Um, so overall, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good.
Yeah, feel like a new man, right?
Yeah, going to the gym and everything.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, appreciate you jumping in here and sharing real quick. And I know that you had mentioned some things to your nurse practitioner, so hopefully that'll open some doors for you. So, well, appreciate you being here.
No problem.
Now, the next person we're going to have jump on here and share real quick is Lisa Greer. Um, Lisa, go ahead.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so excited. I think more and more every single day that I am here and that this opportunity became available for me, but also for all of us because just, oh my goodness, what I've seen myself, what I'm seeing in my family, my parents, my dad, the the results are just incredible. It makes me so happy I can cry at times.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean what we have here is unlike anything that I have ever seen, and it is an absolute blessing. And I know we say that a lot, but I believe it more and more every single day that this truly is a gift and a blessing that we have because it's not about just making the money. And I don't think it is necessarily for any of us. It's the fact that we have something that can truly change people's lives, and that is what is so incredible about what we do have. And if you're not talking to people about this, man, something's wrong
yeah,
because everybody needs this. It's there is nobody that's the exception here
Yeah,
because we do have such a toxic, toxic world, and we have the answer to it.
for sure. And I know you were on a few weeks ago and shared a little bit about what was going on with your dad. Can you just kind of give us a snapshot of that for the new people that are here tonight?
Oh, yeah. So my dad has suffered with debilitating back pain for the last several years, and it's just gotten worse and worse over the years. He also had COVID 4 different times. So he had terrible, terrible brain fog, um, just some other things, that were bothering him. In fact, at one point, he thought that maybe he was losing part of his memory because he just could not remember things. But the pain also was just to the point that he was getting depressed with it. He didn't think he was ever going to feel better. So I started him on the drops. We're going into 4 weeks now. And I saw him earlier this week. And it's crazy because not only is he feeling better, he looks better. He
Hmm.
has this brightness in his eyes and in his face and his skin that I have not seen in years. Um, But I asked him, I said, okay, Dad, tell me what's going on. Tell me how you feel. And he said, I feel really good. I said, okay, tell me more. And he said, my mind is clear. I'm remembering things more. I said, well, tell me about your back. And he said, what do you mean? I said, tell me about your back. I said, have you been using the spray, the relief spray? Because I had actually bought that for him to
Hmm.
use. And he said, no. I said, well, why aren't you using it? He said, I don't need to. I said, what about the pain? And he said, I don't think I'm having any pain. I said, seriously, you don't have any pain? He said, no. And I said, well, what about at night? Because his right hip had been just killing him at night when he would go to bed to the point that he couldn't lay on that side because it throbbed so bad. So I said, so what about your hip? And he said, I can lay on either side. It doesn't bother me at all.
Wow, it's wow.
So yeah, and he's not even been
And
able to like be in the floor playing with the dog. And my mom was telling me that, she said he gets on the floor, gets the ball out from under the table, just like nothing is wrong with him. And I've been hearing him tell people, even his brother, that he feels the best that he's felt, and he couldn't even remember when. So I'm here to tell you this stuff really, really works because never did I think that I would see my dad like this again.
yeah, yeah, and that you just can't put a price on that.
No.
And a lot of people look at these little things and it's not big things to them, but they're not the ones that are struggling with it. And so
No. My
it's
dad's
amazing.
80, he'll be 82 years old in April. Same with my mother. Talked to my mom today, and she told me her anxiety's completely gone. And she's been having horrible, horrible anxiety. Her sleeping
Wow.
is better. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
it's amazing. Well, I appreciate you coming on here and sharing real quick. So, all
absolutely.
right. This last gentleman I'm going to have share real quick. I just met him about a week ago, and he's just got some incredible energy about him. I think you all will hear it in his voice. Unfortunately, he can't come on to the video, but he's going to jump on here and share real quick some things that have happened pretty quick for him, and more importantly for his wife. So, Richard, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Richard. It's a
Hey.
pleasure to have you on here tonight. And Richard just got started about a week ago. So I'm going to let him just tell his story. And I think you all will be very impressed.
All right. All right. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you sending the invitation because, as I mentioned to you earlier, if this helps my wife, you're not going to be able to keep me quiet. So, so I
And
guess
here
I could
you
share
are,
with
right?
you. I could share the brief story with you. I've been married 38 years. This coming May will be 39 years. My wife has been battling with blood pressure all the years we've been married. We very rarely have seen normal blood pressure unless it was injecting her an IV, which simply means that's going right into her vein. Is, most of the time when
Mhm.
she would come home and take pills, her blood pressure would be elevated. It got to a point where 140 was normal. And most people know 140 is high, but hey, for her, that was great. We didn't
Yeah.
worry.
Yep.
December, the week of December before Christmas, I got the flu. I'm my wife's caretaker, so I've been her caretaker for 4 years now. Unfortunately, my wife had an allergic reaction to a medication, which caused a bleeding in her brain, which she had a stroke in 2020. So I've been her caretaker for the last 4 years. So in December, this past December of 2024, I got the flu. Well, you realize when I'm her caretaker, unfortunately, she got the flu as well. But when she got the flu, she also got pneumonia. So when she came home, her blood pressure, the doctors in the hospital changed her medication. So I study everything the doctors do. I'm 100% into my wife's hair care. So I recognize, hey, there's a change in her medication. So I asked her primary care provider, why was there such a change? Because when I take her blood pressure now, her top number was 171. So I go to the doctor's office and they take her blood pressure, and then her top number is about 160, bottle number 101. So they didn't show much concern. I was saying to them, she was taking this medication and you dropped it to this amount. And I'm asking them why. And they said, well, come back in 2 weeks and we'll make an adjustment. So we come back in 2 weeks, it still was up. And they made a few adjustments, but not nothing major. Her blood pressure didn't change. So I met my friend Demetrius. He called me, he shared some things with me, and he told me some of the medication, some of the supplements that he was taking. I said, hey, send me some information about that. So he sent me the website, he sent me some testimonies. I looked over it for about a week, and I said, you know what? I might as well try it. So I ordered the pack of the Cell Defender. Now, guys, listen to this. This is what I got to tell you. I am not making any claims. I know I can't make claims, but I've been married for 38 years. My wife has not seen normal blood pressure in the 38 years we've been married unless she's in the hospital. And I told this to the doctor Wednesday. I understood what the doctor was saying. Now, let me explain to you what happened. They put my wife on a medication called, I can't pronounce the name, but it's Lasix, which means they help remove fluid. I did my own research. I've been studying ways to get blood pressure. I probably had studied more than the doctor, and I'm not exaggerating. So I've done all the study you can think of. So when the doctor said to me that I believe the Lasix that got your blood pressure down, okay. So I did some research. According to medical, they said Lasix only drops the top number 8 millimeters of mercury. So if they drop it 8 millimeters of mercury, my wife's blood pressure top number was 151. When they took my wife's blood pressure in the doctor's office, after being on the cell definer for 3 days, her top number was 106.
Wow.
Now, let me tell
Wow.
you this. I was in the office and I said to the doctor, did you see that number? She said, yes. I said, there is no way. Medication. I said, because you got to understand, I've known my wife for over 38 years. There's never been any medication that she's ever taken, and her blood pressure has dropped to 106. I said, okay. So this is what I told the doctor. I tell you what, I'm going to keep a log, and I'm going to show you what her blood pressure's been. Well, 2 days so far today, twice I've taken it. Her top number is 117. I just took it before I came online just to see what it is. It was 113. She's only
Wow.
been on the cell definer for 3 days. Her bottle number and the doctor's offer was 106 over 60. My wife has
Wow.
never. And I'm saying this because I understand the doctor said, well, you got to be careful because you're going to make sure that is FDA approved. My wife has been taking FDA approved medication all her life and has not had these numbers.
It's
Now,
amazing.
I'm not going to say that the blood pressure doesn't help. But again, when I did the research, it's only going to drop it maybe 8. They said the bottom number will not barely drop it at all. Her bottom number now is 60. Her top number is 106. So she has an appointment next month on March 26th. And the doctor did say, well, if her numbers continue to be like this, we'll start cutting back on her medication. So
It's
I
amazing.
told Greg, I said, I told you, if this helped my wife, I don't know where you guys are from, but you're going to hear me all over the United States. You're going to hear my mouth because nothing has helped my wife like this. Nothing. And I am her caretaker. And when I mean I'm her caretaker, I do her medication. I help her. I fix her food. I do everything. I check her blood pressure. I check her oxygen. I do it all. So I know what her blood pressure is on a daily basis. I know what her oxygen is on a daily basis, consistently for 4 years. And she's never had 106 over 60 since I've been her caretaker. And today I took it twice, 117 over 80. I just took it before I got on the Zoom. It was 110 over 75.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'm not making any
Well,
claims, but I would tell you this. Self-defenders is something else. She's only been on it 3 days.
well, and
And
I remember talking with you, I think it was yesterday. You said I'm in Maryland, and you said I was going to hear you here. You're in Arizona, and you said that I'd be hearing you all the way from Arizona. So,
exactly,
I believe it.
exactly.
I believe it. So, um, you know, that's what we're here for. I mean, when you hear what's going on with this product, when you see the testimonials, it's not anecdotal stuff. There's clinical studies, there's science behind these testimonials that we're sharing with you all. This isn't some placebo effect. And so we really want to encourage you to get involved with us and share these incredible, amazing products. I mean, there is no greater reward on planet Earth than to hear people's health turned around. There's no greater reward. I mean, they can't pay you enough money that would make it worth it. I mean, there's just nothing that can compare to that. So, I appreciate everybody that jumped on here and shared tonight. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes of your time and just share a few highlights of why I really feel like that this is so different. The first thing is the timing of this. I mean, most people are aware that there's heavy metal toxins out there, but most people are not aware of how it affects their health. They're not aware of the fact that it even affects their health, and they're certainly not aware of how to deal with it on a large, by a large scale. There's a few here and there that you'll run across that have heard of zeolites or have heard of heavy metals, but very few people can make the correlations. And something that to be aware of is that if you have heavy metals, you parasites almost go hand in hand. If you have heavy metals, you have parasites. If you have parasites, you probably have heavy metals. And so the parasites actually hide in the heavy metals, which is why it's so hard for our immune system to get rid of them on its own. And so we've got products that get rid of the non-living things that are in our body that aren't supposed to be there, like the heavy metal toxins and the microplastics. And then we have a silver product, both of them patented, both of them completely unique in their field. And the silver is for the living things in your body that aren't supposed to be there, like parasites, like virus, bacteria, fungus, any of that kind of stuff. Any living organism that's not supposed to be in your body, the silver is really effective at helping rid your body of those things. So it really is. I mean, we've got a really unique 1-2 punch. Anybody that's saying they're looking at doing a parasite cleanse, it doesn't really do them any good if they're not taking out the heavy metals. So it really these products go hand in hand, and they're very effective at helping get rid of this stuff. Now, getting rid of the heavy metals will help your body find the parasites and get rid of the parasites, but it's much more effective and much quicker if you're using them hand in hand. So the other thing that I want to mention, there are some other zeolite products out there, but nobody processes their zeolite like we do. Rick has a 3-day process that he sends the zeolite through, and so there's nobody else. The closest competitor is 3 hours that they process their zeolite. So there's a huge difference in the effectiveness. There's a lot of people that have tried other zeolite products that don't get near the results that we get with ours, and when they switch over, they see the difference, they feel the difference. And so that's with the product line. I mean, we have stuff that's unique, exclusive. Rick formulates his own products. We control everything from start to finish, control all the ingredients, all the processing, the shipping, everything, because they didn't want to count on somebody else to do it. And so the timing's right, the products are right. The compensation is geared towards helping the new person make money. Matter of fact, it is the compensation plan. Doug was on a Zoom for us. He's a co-founder of Avini. He talked about how they wrote the compensation plan to help the new people get into money. There's higher percentages and stuff for the new people because they understand how important that is. And that also helps with your belief. If you get a check, I don't care if it's for $10, you know that it works. It's proof positive it works. You just need to go do more of what you're doing, right? And so they also incentivize auto ship here and give reward points for people getting on and staying on auto ship, whether you're a customer, a retail customer, or whether you're a distributor. There's reward points for being on auto ship. And so it's nice that they do that. A lot of times companies write compensation plans in order to cause people to take the activities that they want them to take. Well, the company wants you out there sharing these products, and they want people to benefit from that. And by giving these reward points, you can save them up. The only thing when you go to redeem them, they're dollar for dollar. The only thing you have to pay for is shipping. And you can save them up. And if there's another product you want to try, or another product your customer wants to try, they can save up points and try the other products. And so really love that part about the compensation. And again, the compensation information is available, and we can certainly visit more one-on-one with you about those kind of things. But the last really nugget that I want to share with you all is these products have been around in the marketplace for a while. Rick had placed them with a couple other companies, one at a time, not at the same time, but and one company, the owners fought and it fell apart, and another one, I can't remember what happened with it, but basically, he just wanted to be a vendor. He just wanted to sell his products, and couldn't find a good company that could keep it together and get his products out there. And so they decided to do their own thing, and start their own company about 3 years ago. There's about 12,000 people involved from a distributor standpoint and about 10,000 customers. And what I wanted to bring up was the leadership. I mean, a lot of these people have stayed tried and true to Rick since the original products were with the first company, because the products work. And so when you see somebody follow a product formulator and a product line, and a lot of them, some of these testimonials you'll see, some of them are 10 years old because the products have been around. We've sold millions of bottles of Cell Defender. It was called a different product, and it has been refined, and there's a lot of technology that has been added, but it's basically the same product. And so, from a technology, from a processing standpoint. And so, this product, I mean, it's been proven in the marketplace. One company had it in multiple countries. So this isn't some new product. It's new to us. It's new to the company. The company's new to us, but it's proven in the marketplace. And so really, to get involved in a company that is only a couple, 3 years old, and with products that have been around for a couple decades, that have been proven in the marketplace, I mean, you're really in a sweet spot right now. And so I just wanted to share that there are some very unique aspects to what we've got our hands on. And I just want to encourage each and every one of you, if you're new here tonight, definitely get back to the person who brought you here and take that deep dive. If you have questions, I mean, we have access. Everybody's available. I mean, all the way up to the CEO. They'll make time for people because they care about the people, because they care about getting the product out, and they know by growing a distributor base is the fastest way to do that. So they want to encourage growth, and they're available. They're available for Zooms. They're available for one-on-ones. They're available if you've got somebody, bringing a team of people with them. They're available, and text them. They'll make time for you. And I know that I have a lot of people on my team that have already experienced that have been able to get, Doug Dickey on a Zoom with, 8 or 10 of their prospects. And so the help is here. The access to the leaders and the access to the corporate team is here. Really, it's right here for the taking. And so I just want to encourage you again. We've got our hands on something really, really special here. So get back to the person that shared it with you, and let's go change the world, because we can do it with these products. No doubt in my mind. You all take care. Have a great night. And if there's anything we can do for you, let us know.